Well, I've just started to give the tank a bit of a wash out to see how much sandblasting material in it, and it's absolutely disgusting. That's what we got. Look at this. That's what's come out of it. So, don't quite know what to do about that. I think I'll have to give the sandblaster a bit of a call and see what it proposes. I don't really fancy running that on the bike. There's no real way of getting it out, you just got to keep flushing it, and I've been at it like half an hour now and it's still coming out. Loads and loads and loads of it coming out. Pretty pissed off, as you can imagine. I'm going to give him a call in the morning and see where we go from here. Yeah. Another little update. I'm making a brake pedal pad out of a block of aluminium. The pedal on the Wild Star's far too long, it's this sort of length. And where I put the pedals, my foot is always touching it, so I'm going to shorten it a little bit. But in that case I've got to take the rubber off, and then you've got just a bare metal pad, so I'm going to try and make a little aluminium pad with a crosshatch on it in the mill. Square these edges up, and then I can start milling it out. I don't know how it's going to come out. Might be a total disaster. I've never done cross-hatching milling before, so should be interesting. So I'm going to get on with that, and then see if it fits and how it feels on the feet. Almost ready to go now. This is going to be part of the all-out video, so keep watching. Okay, so what I've done now, I've swung the stock round 45 degrees, and that should cut diagonal, and then I'll turn it round and then cut the other diagonal, and it should leave grooves with the pitch on the top, but I've yet to work out the distance. I could measure it, but it also depends on our depth, so as I'm not an engineer as such, I'm just gonna blag it and see how we get on. Well, that was a bit of a disaster trying to do the crosshatch on the mill. The mill's not really man enough to machine diagonal, especially with the bit that I had wasn't really the right bit, so it turned out a bit of a disaster. So I'll give up on that, milled the top flat, and then I've just done a straight cut, cross cut onto the pedal. I think it turned out alright in the end. There we go. Not too bad. At least to give you a bit of space to put your foot, and you can come over onto the brake. It was too long before, so. And anyway, shed doors done, and so I can get the other side of the shed open now, so I can get the bike out. Finished a few little bits and pieces that I wanted to finish off first. I'm wrapping the exhaust today. I will be making some stainless exhaust a bit later on, but at the moment I just want to get it up and running. So I'm going to wrap the old exhaust, still keep the end caps which I made earlier, and then when I make the stainless downpipes I'll just attach the old grills to the new pipes, but I'm not sure on the design yet, so I'm just going to run the old ones. So I'm going to wrap the old exhaust today or now, and then I'm going to get them on the bike and try and start her up. So next time, which will be in a minute. Right, well, I've just finished wrapping the exhaust. That took a lot longer than I thought. I've also done a wire wrap, which I found on another bike that I saw, which I liked, so I'll give that a try. That also was harder than I thought, but I got it done. Just run some cheap, supposed to be titanium, but it's not. It's just a fiberglass wrap, cheap from China. Probably won't last very long, but don't really care about that as long as it lasts for a little while. As long as it lasts for a little while, I can get the bike out and give it a run, get an MOT. But I haven't started it yet, so that'll be the next thing to do. Just going to put some fuel in, prime the carb, and start her up. Well, it runs, but as soon as I dropped it in the gear, it stalled. Now, whether that is sticky clutch or the neutral switch killing the ECU when I dropped it in the gear, I don't know yet. I've got to look into that, but at least it runs. I've just had it running again and managed to just lift the selector gear just enough for the neutral light to go out, and it kept running. So it looks like the wiring is okay, which is a bit of a bummer actually, because that's easier to repair than the clutch. I've had all the clutch cover off and everything, but I never dropped the clutch plates out. Why? In hindsight, obviously I should have, but shit happens. I'll have to either take the clutch out and have a good look at it. I've got some spare clutch plates that are okay anyway, but it means draining the oil, pulling the cover off, finding a new gasket, blah blah blah. So it's not going to be driving on this video, which is a bit of a bummer. I wanted to get it out and get it up the road, and I'm sure you did too, but it ain't going to happen. What I've got to do is try and sort out what's going on with the clutch, and I'll update you shortly.